Podcast here at Brigantine Community School. I'm Anna.
I'm Ava.
And I'm Bella.
And today we are here with the owners of Dunes Art Gallery, Charles and Randi. They painted this mural in the podcast room. What was your inspiration for this mural?
So we wanted to give the community school, we actually gave them 2 murals already, so we wanted to do something that was a little different from what we already gave them, and we still wanted to keep our colorful palette. So we coordinated with Glenn Robbins to kind of figure out what he, his staff, and the students wanted in this podcast room.
Yeah, and we wanted to keep it in the classic sense of, what kind of broadcasting has been in the past through radio, and then like what's becoming like now the present time as far as podcasts. So, we have, we usually do a few options to present designs. So we gave Glenn a few different options that we let the students vote on.
So why we chose this mural was because we thought it was more colorful than the other one, a little bit more, even though they both had a lot of color, but I think this one just popped more.
When you two are designing a mural, what does that process look like?
Yeah, so we kind of start with, it's usually he and I. We do sometimes get a group, but when it's just Charles and I, we try to do it the quickest way, the most efficient way to try to get, to not make it last so long. So we'll do like a foundation, and then we kind of, if Charles is better at line work, he might focus on that. If I'm better at filling in colors, I might do that just to make the process a little bit easier. But we jump around.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of layering that goes on. So the first layer of the section may be completed by me and finished by Randi, and a certain other section could be vice versa. But yeah, we kind of, based on sometimes the texture of the walls, it may require more layering. And, we kind of, the designs are always a blueprint, I think. And a lot of times we kind of stray from the path a little bit just based on, being in the space and making adjustments accordingly.
Another question is, do you guys come to the table with a color palette, or does it just kind of evolve as you guys go?
Well, we have a basis. We mix a good amount of colors ahead of time. We work on the computer, on Photoshop, and then we print out references to look at as we paint. So we have a base palette, but I think, once we're in the space, and it's a whole new experience than looking at it on, a 12-inch screen or 8x10 piece of paper. So I think there's always adjustments to be made, once we get used to the lighting in the room and, the presence of the actual wall is going to have.
Yeah, we just recently did a mural in Atlantic City, a whole floor of City Hall, and we had an idea. We had all of the palette laid out, and then when we got there, we realized there was a lot of brown, so we had to readjust a little bit to kind of have it match somewhat with the rest of the paint and the doors that were already there. So, yeah.
It can change.
It can change.
So, guys, we paint this mural, and it's kind of, we're involved and invested with it for a while, as we're creating it and executing the painting. But then we kind of leave it, and it's in your hands. It's up to you to kind of live with it and enjoy it. So I was kind of curious, how you felt about it and maybe what your favorite parts were.
I think one of my favorite parts was definitely the headphone and the microphone, because I think it signifies that we're going to do a podcast in here. And what I like about it is that it's very colorful, and I'm excited to work in it.
I agree with Bella on the headphones and the microphone. I think it's like the biggest part of the whole mural, and it kind of just represents this room. And I think what I love most about this mural is the vibrant colors, and I think it represents like creativity and imagination, which we need to create the podcast.
I agree. I really like that it's very colorful and it's bright. It kind of makes you excited to do what you're going to do and to speak, because what we talk about is very trying to make you gain confidence and motivational. So I think that's very important for us to have something pretty to look at and bright. But thank you, Charles and Randi, for painting us this beautiful mural, and make sure to go check them out at downtown Brigantine, Dunes Gallery, and make sure to check us out on Spotify at the PowerUp Podcast. Thank you.